All right, first of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Huffman, his administrative staff, for inviting me to this event. I came to the second graduation, and then little did I know that he would be asking me to speak at this graduation. I don't know why he wants me to speak when he gives such a flowing, glowing presentation at the very beginning. But my name is Val Penny. I am the reentry coordinator for the John E. Polk Correctional Facility, Seminole County Jail, as most people know it. But I like the fact that Sheriff Lima likes to call it the correctional facility because it's about making corrections in life. And we partnered with Mr. Huffman and Second Chance University because it is giving people the opportunity to get that second chance and that second opportunity. My background is in mental health counseling. I also have worked in the academia world at Seminole State College, Rollins College, so I can go on and on, but it's not about me, it's about the graduates that are here with their family and their friends, their parents that are here to support them in this endeavor. So I wanted to actually start off with you, Mr. Huffman, because of the name of your program, Second Chance University. So I like to research. So the phrase second chance typically refers to an additional opportunity, a chance of possibility for progress or profit. It is a favorable circumstance or occasion, like we're celebrating tonight. It is a range of options or the right or ability to choose from those options. And then this last part says an unoccupied position or job. So that means what you have done by going through this program, there is a job open for you that's unoccupied that you're going to fill, and you're going to be the right man, woman for that position. And then the fact that you called it Second Chance University, because a university is an educational institution designed for instruction, examination. And I know that Mr. Huffman and the instructors here have given you all kinds of problem-solving things that you've had to do with the HVAC, and I know he makes it difficult for you sometimes because he's capable of doing that. And then you have to pass the exam. Not only have you have to do the work, but you then have to pass the actual exam. And then, see, that's the scary part. So life is about second chances. One of my favorite movies with Bill Murray is Groundhog Day. Yeah. Some of you have seen that movie, it's a classic. And with Groundhog Day, you have a person that gets in a time warp that experiences the same day over and over and over again. And so that's the way life is sometimes. It feels like we're experiencing we get up, time to make the donuts. You know, and then we clock in and we clock out and we do the same thing over and over until we kind of do it like zombies. That's why there's so many zombie movies out there. We're like, we become zombies and we just go through life like a zombie. But in that movie, he starts to make different choices and different decisions in his life for the better. Because at first he's cynical, he's mean, he's horrible to people. But then at the end, he comes out of that warped situation because he started to make positive changes, positive decisions in his life. And that's what Second Chance University, for me, having met you and having seen this graduation process, at least this is my second time now, can see that this is what life is about. Giving people the opportunity to do better. What I do at the John E. Polk Corrections as the reentry coordinator is I work with those that have been dealing with opioid addictions, substance abuse, trauma, all kinds of histories, all kinds of things that have blocked them in life and kept them from getting to the success that they wanted to achieve and the things that they wanted to achieve in life. And that life has a way of punching you in the stomach, kicking you in the gut, knocking your teeth out, bringing you to your knees, getting you on your face. But then this is what character is about. You're able to get up from that and you're able to move forward. I believe when Mr. Huffman asked me to speak, he was like, oh, I need you to be the perfect person because guess what? I have four ladies that are graduating. And I said, awesome, because I know I'm going to speak directly to you ladies that are graduating from this program. I'm sure that when you first said, you know what, I'm going to go to Second Chance University and I'm going to become an HVAC technician. And I'm sure there were people that were going, what? Why would you do that? Because I can. Because as women, you can do anything, and we can do anything that we choose to do and that we set our minds to do. Think of it like this, ladies. We are mothers, we are sisters, we are daughters, we are aunts, we're nieces, we're caregivers. We do all of these things. We birth babies, right? And if we can do that, we can do anything. And so it is imperative for you to understand that. Some people may see this as a small feat. You know, okay, you're just learning out of a vocational program. University, college education is not for everyone. Listen, when I started out, my parents had 10 children, 9 girls, 1 boy.
Oh, fellow.
Oh, see, I get that all the time. See, poor fellow. Oh, he was great. He loved it because all his friends wanted to come around and talk to his sisters. So, but they had these 10 children, but my parents could not afford to send us to college. So they were old school, and old school meant you had 3 choices. Door number 1, door number 2, door number 3. You will graduate from high school. That was a must, okay? And then the second thing, after you graduate from high school, is this. You're gonna get a job, you're gonna go to college, or you're gonna join the military. Those were our 3 choices. I chose door number 2. I said, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go to the military. I was 17 years old when I went into the military, coming from a small town. And guess what that meant? That was my first time riding on a Greyhound bus, going to the Met station by myself. That was my first time flying on an airplane, flying to Texas for basic training. That was my first time being away from home and my family in my life at the age of 17 years old. And my mother had to sign for me to go in. So when you talk about second chances in life, you know, I thought, man, what was I thinking? I was young. I signed my name on the dotted line. Oh my God, right? But then afterwards, I spent 10 and a half years in the United States Air Force. And when I got out, I said, you know what? I need to go to college. I wanted to go to college. I didn't have that experience. So then at the age of 30, I'm going back to school. So I want you all to know, it's not about age. It is not about your age at all. It doesn't matter how old you are. When I worked at Seminole State College, I had the privilege of being there when we had one of our oldest graduates to graduate just with an associate's degree. She was like 79 years old. You know why she wanted to do it? She said she grew up in that era when it was leave it to Beaver, Cleaver moms. She was married right out of high school. She had her children. She raised her family. Her husband passed away. She was a widow. And she said, you know what? I never got a chance to go to college. I just wanted to see what the experience would be. And so she came back and walked across that stage and got a standing ovation. So you all are going to get a standing ovation tonight because, listen, you've had some ups and downs, some things that have knocked you down in life, and this is your opportunity to make that second chance. Have that second chance opportunity through Second Chance University. And I am actually blessed that I met you and we came here and did the tour, because my whole thing was, as a re-entry coordinator, my goal is to see people succeed. I don't care if they've been on drugs, I don't care if they've been prostitutes, I don't care what has happened in their life, because bad things happen to us in life. But to be given a second chance is what we all need. And just like Groundhog Day, we may live that same day over and over thinking that, life is not going to change. But at some point in time in our lives, we choose to stand up and say, you know what, I'm going to try this. You know, you said, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try Second Chance University. I'm going to try this HVAC program. You know, I'm not good at mechanics. I don't know all this stuff, but they're going to teach me and I'm going to learn it and I'm going to do it. That was awesome that you made that decision. Because now that you've made that decision, someone else is looking up to you and going, wow, hey, I can go back to school. Hey, I can learn something new. And you can. None of us are too old to learn something new. I'm a lifetime learner. I love to learn, I love to research, And I love to, obviously you can tell I love to talk, I love to speak. He said 30 minutes. And I told my husband, I'm also, a licensed ordained minister, so I'm not going to get us in trouble. I am going to do what my mother-in-law used to always tell me. She used to say, when you get up to speak, make it nice, make it sweet, say just enough, and take your seat. And so therefore, I am done.